Hey YouTube, so today we will talk about a specific rate in the Navy. This is for username Mike Mars. Says he just stepped into the Navy, so future sailor slated to go to boot camp October, so that means you'll probably show up at Groton October, November, right? So October, November, December. It's gonna be kind of cold in Chicago and Connecticut by the time you get to both of those. That's not gonna be too fun for you, man. You are going to be an MMSS, so Machinist Mate submarines with the option. You said option. That's funny that you said that. I bet your detailer told you that, didn't they? They fucking lied to you. That's not an option, bro. You're an auxiliary man A-ganger with the possibility of becoming a TM, which is weapons. So you'd be, well, it's MMW? Yeah, I think they're MMWs now instead of TMs. They got rid of that rate altogether. By the way, precursor for anybody not interested in this rate in the Navy, stuff like that. It's probably maybe a little bit boring for you, but fuck it. You're going to hear about people playing as shit, though. So, yeah, MM, dude, what you're doing is you're going to go to Groton just like any SCCF sailor. You're going to go to BESS. When you get to BESS, you're going to, that's when you're going to find out if you're going to be a TM or an MM. I would say you want to be a TM more than an MM because I'm weapons, you be weapons. Hey, we're both weapons. But the watches are easier to stand, honestly. I mean, you stand torpedo room and you get to play with all the guns, but I'll get to that. So yeah, basically MM, we call it a gang or auxiliary gang or auxiliary men or whatever. If they call you an auxiliary man, it means they don't like you and they don't think you know anything. Alright, so basically what an MM is, an A-ganger, we'll go over that right now, is you are basically a plumber. You're a plumber. I mean, that's putting in the most boring way I can think of. You are a plumber. You sit in the back of the boat, machinery 2 on my boat, because remember I'm in a BN, so I have 4 levels. You're in machinery 2, 3rd level usually. That's where you sit your watch for the room. And what you guys do is you regulate, maintain, and there was another word I was looking for, but I forgot what it was. You keep up with all the plumbing, all of the drinking water, all of the air that we breathe, all of the air that we shoot off the boat, the nitrogen, hydrogen, a few other gases. You deal with the oxygen bleeds. You know where all of the O2 curtains are at. You know where the O2 candles are at. You guys are like the masters of DC. If there's anything DC related, like flooding or specifically flooding, you guys are like the gods of that. You will have nubs come to you and get checkouts from you for like pipe repair and different kind of flooding checkouts. You guys run the diesel on the submarines. You run all of ventilation. You help change the ventilation lineups. That engine's a motherfucker though. The diesel engine, that's a big ass engine. I don't think I'm allowed to say what kind of engine it is. You'll figure it out when you get to BESS. I'll talk about it. But that's a big ass engine you guys work on. What else do they deal with? That's about it. To sum it up, you're a fucking glorified super maintenance man of the submarine. So you guys control AC, heater, all of that shit is on you, except for like electricity. That's for EDIV, back aft, and the interim, the nukes. Get to take care of that. The other auxiliary guys. All right. So I mentioned shit and playing and shit. So yes, along with all the water, you deal with the plumbing water as well. That means the shit water, aka flushing water. So if a ship pipe breaks, clogs, overflows, anything like that, it's on you guys to either fix it, repair it, that's the same thing, fix and repair, take care of it, or something like that. I can tell you a story about that too. So we were in refit, like 2 refits ago, I want to say. So my last underway, when I had to take a break, whatever the fuck. And another guy from another boat came to our boat, and I kid you not, they stole our shit pipe out of our boat. And when I say shit pipe, I mean the main shit pipe that takes all the shit from the toilets into the main tank. They took that pipe from us while it was still like being used. They took it. So what ended up happening is we're walking around the boat, right, and like in the middle of the night, everybody's like, what the fuck is that? Did you fart? What the fuck's that smell? Because the whole boat smelled like shit, because there's this shit pouring out on the bottom level of the boat. Like it was pulling shit at the bottom of the boat, and we didn't know that pipe was missing, and that was terrible. That was real terrible. So yeah, the A-gangers had to go in there, clean that up, and fix the pipe and try to murder whoever stole our pipe. We had an idea, but we never got it back, and we just had to order a new one. It was really fucking stupid. Like they fucked us on that. So that's essentially what an MM is. Now, you're going to be a nub, though, so I have to talk to you about being a nub. A-gang is the old guard of submarines. They will haze you. They will treat you like shit. I say haze, but you know, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. They will treat you like a submariner should be treated. You know, all the stories you hear, all that shit, you will be treated that way, which I'm kind of jealous of. They will bombard you with qualifications. They will not let you rest without doing work, without getting qualified. You guys get qualified the fastest because you learn the most. Also, though, you also have the hardest checkouts because you know the most. So, like, you're going to have to know, like, the super intricate details of, like, trim and drain and stuff like that. Like, all up in that shit. You know, I'm actually lost at this point. I know I came back here once, but I don't remember how far. Anyway. So yes, as a nub and A-gang, they are going to bombard your ass with qualifications, with UIs, with your job, pretty much. So you're going to be literally racing to get qualified so that they ease up a little bit. You're probably going to get qualified like auxiliary forward really fast or auxiliary aft. One of the two. You're going to do it really, really fast because they're going to want you to do that job immediately. I don't know if I glazed over it, but you have the shortest time in BESS. Both TMs and MMs have the shortest time at A school. And it's something like 2 months. You guys are out of there. And guys like me, sonar techs and fire control, we're there for a full year, like a solid year at Groton. So yeah, you'll get to the boat before your buddies out of boot camp. If there's any, you're going to meet at least 1 or 2 submarine guys with you in your boot camp division. You'll probably leave on the same day and all that shit, but if they are SCCF and you're not, you will get to the boat before them, and you might even be qualified. You probably will be qualified before they get out of A school, which is kind of cool, you know? Yeah. MM also has a pretty decent advancement rate. I think E3 to E4 right now is about 100%, so it's pretty cake to get at least E4. E4 to E5, I don't know because I'm not that rate, and I don't really, I don't care enough to check that far. Just being honest on that one. Yeah, actually, I have no idea where I'm at this point. Whatever we're riding, got full tank of gas. So yeah, that is MM. Now TM, the other one, TM weapons, as you mentioned. TM is, I think, way better. I'm good friends with a second class TM right now. I was good friends with a second class TM before too. He used to ride with me. He was the guy I took up in the mountains. I think I may have made a video or two with him. Yeah, the Fuck My Flag video. He was the guy on the R6. Is a TM, and their job, I think, is way better. It says the same gloomy, boring shit, but there are better parts to it. Specifically, that you guys are the small arm masters, and what I mean by that is you handle the M9s, the M4s, the M16s, and the Mark 48s. You guys will qualify everything. You guys will take control of like the shooting range. That is y'all's job. You clean and maintain those weapons and ammunition. That's not your only job, that's like your side job. Your main job, Torpedo Man. So, depending on what kind of boat you go to, if you go to mine, your job's cake. Well, that's give and take. If you go to a fast attack or a Seawolf, like a godlike Seawolf, I can't give you too much details, but the Seawolf torpedo room is twice the size of mine, and it is almost fully like, it's not animatronic, but it's animatronic, you know what I'm saying? And ours is very manual. You got a lot of spindly things you got to move around and shit you got to do yourself. But that's because my boat is super old and the Seawolf is super new. So the torpedo room on a Seawolf is badass. So what you guys do is called indexing. Again, I don't know how much I can tell you about these, about what you do in there, but pretty much you take care of the torpedoes. You take control of loading the torpedoes, offloading the torpedoes, loading them to shoot them. You don't really press the button that fires the torpedo out of the boat. I don't think you do. You can. There is a button to do it, but I don't think you guys actually do. You just kind of load them. You're like, oh, we're set. And then you make sure all the little codes are set, and you like yell set, and then you fire the torpedo. Some weird shit. I don't remember fire point fucking procedures. We rarely do it because I'm on a BN and we don't do that. I try to keep this video like 10 minutes so I don't bore you to death, man. But yeah, the TM side is like, it's pure weapons. Like, you're actually weapons. One of the qualifications you're gonna have to go through, you're gonna have to sit sticks, which I've mentioned before. You drive the ship, so you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to be a messenger. You're gonna have to FSA. Everybody FSAs. When you finally get past that, and you get qualified fish, and then you get qualified torpedo room, you'll start sitting the room watch. Basically, what you do is you sit in there for 8 hours on a computer doing maintenance and looking up stuff. That's what you do. That's better than what MMs have to do at that same time. However, you know, I'm sure there's little maintenance items and things that you have to take care of while you're in there. You don't just sit there with your thumb up your ass, obviously. Or on a submarine, you gotta do some kind of work, right? I think I turn right here. I think I turn right here. I'm gonna turn right here. So yeah, I think the qualifications and the watches are better as a TM. It's really, you know, if you're into like super maintenance-y stuff and taking care of all the DC gear and stuff like that, MM is for you. But otherwise, I would recommend trying to fight, if they let you fight for it. Fight to be a TM and be a weapons guy and enjoy that shit. Be part of, you know, Sonar FT, stuff like that. What else is TM? TM's advancement rate is also, right now, 100% E3 to E4. I don't know about, again, E4 to E5. None of the guys, I think, were eligible to take it, so I couldn't tell you. But all of the guys, except for one dumbass, all of the other guys made E4 their first attempt, because it was 100%. So that means that the guy that didn't make it failed the test, which is stupid because he'd been there longer than anyone else. So go figure that, right? I don't know. That guy, he's got issues. That's about the gist of it. TM's qualification path, you have a few more. They're not going to bombard you as hard to get your fish, but it is what it is. You're going to be a messenger, so it's going to be slightly easier for you to get certain checkouts because you will be in control and you'll be talking to officers, you'll be talking to chiefs all the time. You guys will be shooting the shit, things like that. Dude, is there like ambulance behind me? There is. Fuck. I'm not gonna stop. Not until he gets closer, then I'll consider stopping. Does that make me a dick? Oh, that makes me a dick. But yeah, that's the general gist. If I didn't answer like a specific question that you wanted me to answer about it, or if you want to like more in depth, one way or the other, go ahead and ask, and I'll just like fill out the rest in a comment for you, and that should hit all of the checkpoints that you want for that rate. If you can, I would maybe suggest switching to SECF if you can do that. Again, I don't know what you want to do, but maybe you can still ask a detailer about that. I would rather be a forward guy than an auxiliary guy, but the auxiliary guys have like all the super pride, super arrogance. I'll say that without A-gang, the submarine will just crash and burn and we'll all die. Like, that is no shit the truth. Like, A-gang runs the fucking boat. The 2 divisions, or 3 divisions you can't go to sea without are Sonar, mine, MM, A-gang, and RC, reactor control. Because the ship's not going to move without the fucking reactor. Well, it will, but not very well. And you guys control the rest of that shit, the diesel and all that stuff, and you can't really go underwater without the sonar system, right? Right. So, that's the video, guys. I know, like I said, it's kind of droning on, but this was an informational video for my man, Mike Mars. He asked me to make this video, so there you go, man. As always, you guys have any Navy questions, submarine questions, sonar questions, whatever questions, sex life questions, you can trust a guy on the internet about that, I don't know, but I can give you some advice, man. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Favorite, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I almost died. I was about to go into that lane. Fuck me. I'll see you guys next time. Ride safe. Ooh, Jesus, I just pooped a little bit.